Christmas to everyone. I appreciate everyone joining. We'll wait for a few seconds while people get online here. And I'm not really sure if we are live. Are we live? Refresh chat. Okay. I am refreshing chat. And hopefully I'm connected to chat now. Hello, how's it going? Special K, Chaka Mystify, Merry Christmas. We had some technical challenges there as my chat was logged out for some random reason. Nancy, hello. Coco, hello. How is it going, everyone? It's good to see all of you here. Merry Christmas. Surrounded by good friends and loved ones indeed. I'm gonna go hang out with the family and have some food later. I'm all excited. Hello, hello. CM, hey, how's it going? Nancy, Faith Strong. How are all of you doing this morning? Are you having a good Christmas so far? Awesome. Purple Chaos, hello. How is it going with everyone? It's good to see you. I appreciate you joining me. I have coffee today, because that's all you really need in life is coffee and tarot, and then you're good. My golden birthday was yesterday, 24th on the 24th. There you go. That is awesome. Purple Chaos, what question do you have for reading? We'll get started there. Chaka Mystify, Merry Christmas. Can you do a career reading for me? Just started a new job. I'm worried I won't adapt well into the work. Was this the correct job for me? All right. We'll start with that. Chaka Mystify, you did say you wanted a reading and you missed me a few times. Let's get to you first there. Let's see. So that is career reading. Where Chalk meant sci-fi? Not sure. All right. So you want to know if this is the career for you and all of this good stuff. Nancy would like to know about the future with a Taurus. I'm a Scorpio. All right, let's see about that. All right, let's do Chalk first and see about this new job. So you have a new job you started. Are you all excited? So I just started a new job a few weeks ago. There you go. So you started the job a few weeks ago. So how's it going so far? Did you make some new friends? Did you get some new contacts and all of that good stuff? So how is the job going so far? So the Magician, I think this is going to be a good job for you. Any job reading that starts with a Magician is going to be all right? So it's going to be not half bad. We got the Magician sort of starting out, and my camera is weird today. My camera is straight weird, but we'll go on an angle. We'll go on an angle a little bit. So yeah, the Magician looks like this is going to be a good fit for you, right? 5 of Wands, you have a bit of competition as far as the job goes. So let me try out my YouTube banner and see how this is going. So I did have a new banner up here, and I need to add more stuff, basically. So I need to add all my socials. Right now I just have tarot cards sort of cycling through there, but I want to try it out. See, you can barely see. You can barely even see it. So yeah, I need to adjust it, but that is a work in progress. So if that's annoying, let me know and I'll turn it off for now. But just trying things out here. So Magician is going to be a good fit for you. 5 of Wands, we have some competition there. You have some competition. So you may have some people who want what you're doing, right? You may have a bit of competition. You may have a bit of strife, as it would be, as you would say. So you need to sort of watch out for that. Just sort of be aware of your surroundings at this point, right? You just started a new job. People are trying to figure out who you are. People are trying to figure out, or you're trying to figure out who other people are. So you need to figure out the people that are in power. Laura, hey. Inga, hey. Brooke, Good morning to you, Brooke. Merry Christmas. Marge, how are you doing? Special K and Coco. Hey, Coco. Good to see all of you. Merry Christmas. I hope all of you have a great Christmas. YouTube banner starting to annoy me. Let me turn it off. Okay, so I'll turn it back on once I figure out what I want to put up there, but I think that's cool that it'll cycle through images. I'd like to, when I read with a deck, I'd like to have the deck up here and just sort of cycling through the deck, who made the deck, the website you can get the deck. That would be cool. So I'll add that. But yeah, Chalk, you're looking at a bit of trying to figure out who is comfortable in this space, how can you be more comfortable in this space, and figure out who the competition is. So that's going to be sort of a starting point for you. 5 of coins upside down sort of points to, we have a lot of 5s in here, right? 3 and an 8, we have a difference of 5. If you watch my video on numerical differences, the 3 and the 8. But the 5s, we have the competition as well as we have a bit of a, I think it's going to be a good money generator for you. It's going to be a steady generator, right? 5 of coins, you're having money difficulties turned upside down, sort of points to the fact that this job is going to relieve a lot of stress. The job is going to relieve a lot of pressure. As far as work goes, you're going to be able to get a steady income from it, and it looks pretty promising overall. So I think this is going to be a good fit for you, especially starting the Magician with any career reading or any job reading is going to be great. Watch out for the strife, watch out for the competition, and figure out who's in charge. Who are going to be the responsible people there? Who are going to be the people that you need to sort of watch for or talk to? You know what I'm saying? The people in power. Even though people aren't in power, some people have power. Find out who those people are, make friends, get your contacts, get your networking started and things like that. So it's going to be a good steady job. 5 of coins upside down. 8 of wands upside down as well. Movement. There's not going to be a lot of movement. You're going to be sort of stuck where you are. You're not going to be able to just sort of launch into management or launch into these bigger positions. The 8 of wands is a movement card. The wands are just flowing across, right? And the 8 of wands upside down means there's not going to be that movement. There could be a bit of a stagnation as far as work is concerned, or a bit of, you know, a bit of stagnation where you are for a while. So don't expect to just launch into the career and just be amazing and be management within weeks. So, you know, I mean, sometimes I've seen people that drop in and they literally will launch into the career within like 10 minutes. So not literally, but you know what I'm saying. But you're going to be sort of stuck where you are. You're going to be sort of stagnant where you are, and that's okay, right? It's a career. It's a long-term thing, and so you're going to be sort of in that position a while, and it's going to be a good money generator. You're a good fit for the position. Watch out for the people. Find out who's in charge. Find out who to talk to. Find out who to network with. It's going to be very important to avoid strife in the long run. 3 of wands, I think that this sort of points with the 8 of wands upside down, the 3, sort of that expansion, or that world is enveloped before me, is not really feeling it, right? The 3 is sort of upside down. Again, you're going to sort of be there for a while. So don't expect this amazing, insane management opportunity within weeks. I mean, you could say that about any job, but in this particular one, the cards point to you're going to be there a while, settle in, find out who's in charge, make your networking contacts, and just sort of relax and get things done and get noticed, right? Get noticed. I'm really learning. I'm new to the site, and I've been learning from some videos. Very nice YouTube channel. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it, Linda. Happy holidays to you as well. Pluto, how is it going? Inga, welcome back. Marge, welcome back. Coco, let's see. Coco, who am I destined to marry? It's been going so far. It's been quiet since I joined right before the end of the year. I can't tell if it's right for me so far. Well, the Magician starting out, I think, is pretty good. CM wants to know, can I get a reading on whether I end up in a relationship next year? All right, let's try that. Let's see. Reading info. Let me change the color of the reading info to something darker so that you can actually read it. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Let's change it to black and see if that helps. Rana Saleh, thank you so much for your subscription. Enjoy the channel. Hopefully you find something awesome. There's a lot of stuff. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos. Let me know how you like it. Let me know if you have any suggestions as well. I'm always looking to make more contact. The purple contact, or the purple chaos. Hello, how's it going? Brooke, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you as well, Brooke. Let's see, partner, perhaps. I think the cycler, really new to the site. Thank you. Medicine to Mary. Thank you for subscribing. What spirit guides want me to know? Angelic Laura. Wi-Fi struggle. I feel your pain. Chuck and Mystify. So we got you. Nancy wanted to know about my future with my Taurus and my Scorpio. Let's try that. Taurus future and a Scorpio. Let's do this. Taurus future and Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Taurus future and Scorpio. All right, let's try this and see how this works out. We will use a different deck. Use a Little Prince. Everybody likes the Little Prince. I don't really shuffle. I just sort of play around with it there. There we go. Get an interesting combination here. And let's go for it. All right, let's see about this relationship. What is the future with the Taurus? It's interesting how some of these cards are darker and some of these cards are lighter. So, I don't know. We'll do a 4-card reading for this. 8 of Swords upside down. The Star. Now we'll do one more card. There we go. The Knight of Pentacles. All right, so the future with the Taurus. 8 of Cups, that's interesting. All right, the Abandonment. So the future with the Taurus. It looks like that the Taurus wants a future with you. So the Taurus wants a future with you. You do have a future together. It seems that you get a bit complacent about midway through the relationship, and you need to sort of spice it up, or you need to make it a bit more interesting. You have maybe a tendency to get into a relationship and then really be invested in the relationship, and then you start to see sort of signs that the relationship may be waning. If you see those signs that the relationship may be waning, it's a Taurus, right? A Taurus, I mean, it depends on their overall chart, but a Taurus is going to be fairly rock solid stable. A Taurus is going to be someone that would love to be in a long-term relationship. And this is going to be something that's going to be beneficial for you. So if you want a long-term relationship, I think the Taurus is going to be a good match for a long-term relationship. We have the Swords upside down. I think this is going to be a better relationship than some of your previous relationships. A lot of times we get into previous relationships and we just carry that over, and we just carry that over to the next relationship. So make sure that you don't do that. Make sure that the Taurus gets a fresh start, right? Because that's going to be important for you coming up, because the Taurus is going to want a specific set of sort of things. Well, I can switch actually to the love. There we go. The Taurus is going to want a specific set of rules or a specific set of expectations in the relationship, and you need to understand what those are. And the Taurus is going to like stability. So if you want a stable relationship, you want a rock solid relationship, the Taurus could be a good match for that. The Star, I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of hope within the relationship. The Star, there's some guidance within there. I think that you're sort of guided to how the relationship is going to go. I think you have a good psychic insight or a good intuitive insight as to how this particular relationship will go. And that's going to be good, because the Star, you're going to be able to see things before they come, right? If you have difficulties, if you have problems and whatnot, you're going to be able to see those before they sort of arrive, and so you won't have like a lot of different problems. So that's good. A lot of good signs, a lot of good news so far in the Taurus relationship. Now the Five of Cups upside down. It's something to where that sometimes you get sort of stagnant, or you feel the stagnation within a relationship. Everybody likes that positive, not positive. Everybody likes that spice in the relationship. And as a Scorpio, you could lean towards the spice. I know my best friend is a Scorpio. She likes the spice. She likes a little spice in the relationship. If you're interested in that, if you're dealing with a Taurus, a true Taurus with the stability, and I like things to be this way, and I'm kind of, stubborn at times, you're going to have to introduce that spice yourself. You're going to have to encourage that. You're going to have to sort of get that spice going and get that sort of thrive going within the relationship. If it's going to be boring, if it's going to be too stagnant, I think that you're going to get kind of bored a bit. So just make sure that if you want some spice in the relationship, you spice it up. Be the instigator of some of that. Because as a Taurus, sometimes a Taurus may not be the person that's going to be the best for spicing things up. You may need to do it yourself, right? So the Eight of Cups, I think this is going to be a relationship that you're going to be able to rely on. I think it's going to be a potentially long-term relationship. You just have to avoid the boredom, or you just have to avoid the stagnation that comes in some relationships. As a Scorpio, you could, again, like the spice, you're going to have to do it up. Just make sure that you don't get bored, basically. And a lot of ways you can make sure you don't get bored with a relationship. It's pretty simple and stuff like that. Once the honeymoon period is over, you want to make sure that things are moving along and make sure that you're happy. As long as you're happy, as long as this person can make you happy, I think you'd be all right. Knight of Pentacles, it's going to be a relationship that's sort of evolving. It's going to look different. The relationship will look different a year from now than it does right now. So the relationship is going to change, and you're going to be the instigator of some of that change. So make sure that you get that in, make sure that everything is cool, and make sure that you're happy with how it goes. And I think that will be all right. The Taurus future, I'm a Scorpio, there you go. Let's see. So that is that reading. Merry Christmas, Lily. Leanne, Merry Christmas to you as well. Inga, hey again, how's it going? Oh my God, you painted the cards. Well, I didn't paint those. I painted these. I did not paint those, but I did draw these. So these are coming soon. I'm going to a different printer, unfortunately. My printer that I really liked is kind of unreliable. So yeah, there is that. There is that. So here are some of the cards coming up, and still working on getting these printed. So I've got love. We have all sorts of different cards here. The path less traveled, solitude, etc., and the waves. Okay, anyway, let's see. I think if Laura wants to know, my Christmas morning present, Nancy, how are you? What kind of man am I destined to marry? How can you tell about me in my professional career? Let's see, what else do we got? Merry Christmas to you as well. Stay, Inga. That's Izzy, Divine Goddess Lord. Heart and mind, body. I'm an Aquarius. Get a job, no upward progression. Wi-Fi struggles here. Okay, so let's see. Who am I destined to marry? Learning from YouTube. Is there a stable long-term? Is there a partner perhaps? Laura wants to know, is there a stable long-term partner coming in? Did I read for you before? Or no? I don't remember. Stable long-term. If I'm ever going to find someone. All right, so stable long-term relationship. We'll stay on the love screen. Sure, Lily, what is your question? Let's see. Stable long-term relationship for Laura. There we go. We'll try this out. Do need to change the font. I think this Roboto font is not going to be the best font for me. So we just installed some other fonts. Let's see if we can what we can get going here. Dancing script. No, I don't think so. Deco. What does Deco font look like? That's interesting. I like it. All right. So let's make this white again. And I want a background on this, actually. What do you think? Should I get a background on the reading info? Because the problem is it's going into different background color. Let's say black, background opacity. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be a little better. We'll move that down. Okay, cool. So, stable long-term relationship for Laura. All right, let's try that out. And we'll switch decks to the This Might Hurt Tarot. Not saying the relationship will hurt, but This Might Hurt Tarot. Good morning. Castellanor, hey, how's it going? Lil, first time here, kind of a reading. Lily, there we go. So Lily, is he happy without me? We'll get to that one next. Before that, we'll do Laura's long-term relationship. Let's see. So, stable long-term relationship, life partner coming in. All right, so we'll do for, see what's coming in for your future and see how that goes. Temperance. Yeah, you sort of have that balance. You sort of have that life balance thing that you have to work out first. So we have a couple of things that are a preface for that, right? When you're reading a book, you have the preface. We have a couple of things that are a preface for the long-term relationship and all that good stuff. And one of which is going to be temperance, that work-life balance or that life balance or that love balance and stuff like this. It's going to be something that you're going to have to address in 2020. I read for someone else, and the direct question I had for someone else was, do you really have time for a relationship? And this could be something that you're addressing as well with temperance and with that balance of things, right? This could be justice, would point to something similar, but justice would point more for sort of hurtful previous relationships or whatnot. But this is sort of a work-life balance or a life-love balance. So are you really prepared as far as time-wise? Are you really prepared as far as in your life for a relationship? But a relationship is something that is quite a bit of invested energy. It's quite a bit of invested time. And is this something that you're prepared for? Is this something that you really want at this point in your life? And you sort of have to ask yourself that. And then you can sort of manifest it as the world brings things in that you want and all of this good stuff. So it's good to find that balance, and it's good to ask yourself, are you quite ready? A lot of times we just want something and we don't really know the ramifications of how that will turn out. So this is something that you need to address. Make sure that you have space in your life for a relationship. Make sure you have that gap in your life that you need for a relationship. Six of Wands upside down. You've had previous relationships, or you had previous instances that were nice and were good, and you're bringing some of those expectations in for a long-term relationship. And I think a long-term relationship is going to be different. Okay, so your long-term relationship is going to be different than a short-term relationship. In other words, it's going to be different time-wise. It's going to be different as far as emotional investment and things like that. So when you're bringing in previous experiences from a short-term relationship, make sure that you sort of are adjusting your expectations for it to be a long-term relationship. Again, that's going to be completely different as far as that goes. Six of Wands is the big success. I'm riding through. I have all these people cheering for me and stuff like that. And this is upside down. So it could be different expectations that you have for that, right? The Two of Wands, don't be restrictive, or don't be as restrictive and as picky, I guess. Don't be as extremely picky when you go into a long-term relationship, because people change in a long-term relationship, and as long as you have certain components of this person that are going to make you happy, and certain components that are going to satisfy your base needs for a relationship, don't go into the super picky things, right? Because a lot of times, like if I want a relationship, I want somebody that's exactly this tall, I want somebody that makes exactly this much, and a lot of these little peculiar expectations, make sure you drop some of those and you open it up. The Two of Wands, that domain, that opening up of the domain, make sure that you open that up, and that's really going to help you out. And don't be as peculiar to the little minor details, and just sort of get the bigger picture. Write down, these are the things that I absolutely need in a relationship, and these are the optional bonuses that I'd like. So make sure that you sort of separate those two out, and I think it's going to be better as far as the selection process for a long-term relationship. But I do see a long-term relationship coming in. The Sun, you have that opportunity. I do see it coming in. That's going to be a very positive card, to sort of round this out, is the Sun. Good news, you do have a relationship coming. I think it's going to be great. I don't see indicators of, like, say, a soulmate per se, but I do see long-term relationship. Once you get certain factors worked out that's going to be better for you. And once you get those factors worked out, you're going to be able to manifest the relationship better than you would if you had just ignored things and just hoped for the best, right? So it's good to go through that preparation and get stuff like that done. So the Sun, yes, you do have a long-term relationship. Again, there's going to be some modifications. There's going to be some expectations. There's going to be some changes happen before that does happen. So look for changes in your life. Look for alterations in your life. And when those things happen, you're going to be able to manifest a relationship, a long-term relationship, a lot better than if your life was stable. So during the times of change in your life, when things are changing, that's the time that you're most likely to have a long-term relationship sort of crop up. So that's when you're going to meet someone, or someone that you already know is going to sort of convert over to a long-term relationship. But yeah, you have that potential. So get things sort of settled in, get things fixed, determine on some paper what you expect, what you want, what you need, what you'd like to have, get the life balance sort of fixed up. And yeah, so it looks promising for a long-term relationship, and that is a long-term relationship for Laura. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Julie, hey, how's it going? You said you were Swedish, right? Yeah, I remember. Oh, no, from Denmark. Sorry about that. Denmark. Yeah, a little picky. What I need to know about moving to New Hampshire from New Jersey. Oh, let's see. Lily, is he happy without me? So Lily said, can I have a reading first time here? I'd love to give you a reading, Lily. Let's go for Lily's reading. Lily wants to know, is he happy without me? Okay, we'll do that. And let's see, we'll do that and one more, and then we'll come back tomorrow. Lily, is he happy without me? We don't know. Let's find out if he is happy without you indeed. I do not like that font, but I don't want to spend time sitting here changing it. All right, we'll go back with the main thing. Here we go. All right, so we're going to use the Victorian Romantic Tarot. What a great tarot for a reading, is he happy without me? Yeah, I do not like that font at all. We will fix it. It can be fixed. All right. Okay, let's try this out. We'll do one more after this. I like to do short streams, but do them more often. So I know a lot of people have like these 4-hour streams, and we'll have that New Year's Eve, by the way, for 2020 readings. But for now, I'd rather have short readings and do them more often than have 4-hour readings and do them once a week. So we can do every day. We can do short sessions and do all that good stuff. So is he happy without me? So here we go. A lot of cards for this. But basically, yes, the Sun, he's sort of moving on, right? The Chariot, he's moving on. We have a lot of moving on cards. All right, let me grab some coffee here. And that is getting quite cold. Yeah, the Chariot, he's moving on. The Lover's upside down. He realizes that the things aren't going as well as he had hoped, right? That things aren't going as well as he expected them to go after the separation or the end of whatever happened. But the Chariot, he is moving on. He's moving on quite well, right? We have the Chariot to start. We have the Sun to end. So I don't really think, whether we have the Success card right before the Sun. So this is an awesome combination of he's moving on. Hannah Kay, thank you so much. We'll get to your reading after this, and then we will end the stream. All right, so he is moving on. The Lover's upside down. He realizes things didn't go quite as he expected. Things didn't go quite well, and that separation is going to be good for him because he gets to sort of reset everything and sort of start over. And sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes things aren't the way that we want or the way that we'd love to have them. And the Lover's upside down points to that. The Three of Pentacles, he's sort of getting into the day-to-day routine as a recovery process. The day-to-day routine is going to be important for him to get through the recovery process and all of that good stuff. So, you sort of have to, understand where he's coming from and understand what he expected and how he wanted things to go, and it doesn't go quite well all the time, right? Laura H., thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, but the Six of Wands, he considers this separation a better situation than the joining of you two. So he considers this a separation as being better overall and better in the long term, and I think the Sun means he's going to move on great. So you have this beautiful set of cards right here for he moves on, he's happy, things like that. So so don't sort of worry too much. I think he's going to be just fine, and that's what I see here. All right, so we're ending soon. It's going to be the last thing we'll do for Hannah K. Can I please have a general reading about money? Sure, let's get Hannah K's general reading about money. That'd be the last question. And I may be on late tonight when I get back from the Christmas activities. And I'll definitely be on tomorrow night as well. I think 6:30 at night. 6:30 at night is a good time for me during the work days and whatnot. So I think we'll do that. And we'll add a banner up here that'll sort of show that as well. So yeah, here we go. So Hannah wanted to know general money reading. All right. So that'd be the last question for today. Thank you all for joining me, by the way. I love having all of you here, being able to interact with you and all that. We will do voice readings soon. Do voice readings where you can call in. I'll give you a call-in number, and you'll be able to call in, and we'll have like 15-minute intense readings to where you can ask multiple questions and all that cool stuff. That is very rare on YouTube, but I'm going to throw that in because that'd be fun. That'd be fun to actually have like a live reading. A lot of people don't, or people that are new to tarot don't really see a lot of live readings, and it'd be kind of fun to see a live reading, right? Because it's different than just talking to the camera. A live reading, you have people giving you feedback, sometimes good, sometimes bad. So it's good to find out what happens when you get bad feedback, or what happens when the cards could be sort of challenging, or what happens you get in a weird situation, or you get unusual questions. What do you do, right? So if you're learning tarot, that's exciting. That's going to be really fun to watch. So 6:30 p.m. Central Time, CST. Divine Goddess Laura. Hello, the other Laura. How's it going? Divine Goddess Laura, I've seen you before. I appreciate you joining. Merry Christmas to everyone, by the way. All right, so Hannah K wanted to get a general reading about money. So let's look at 2020 money reading for Hannah here. So the Fool upside down, right? There's not really that new adventure. There's not really that new opportunity for money. It looks like the money is just going to sort of stabilize a bit because we do have the 9. So the Fool upside down, the Fool is going to be generally this I'm launching into something big. I'm launching into something new. I'm sort of walking into this unknown territory, right? And the Fool being upside down means you don't really have that new territory, or you don't really have that new excitement or that new thing, which means that basically the money sources that you have are going to stay, and the new money sources are these big opportunities look like that they're not going to be here until later in the year, right? So the first of the year, we have the Fool upside down, but we have the Ace of Swords, this new communication about money or new opportunities for money near the end of the year. You could be looking at December-ish, could be looking at late November for the new opportunities for money. But for 2020, for the first of the year, it looks like it's sort of stagnant. But that's going to be a good thing because the money that you're getting, or the money, sort of the input of the money, the 9 of Cups, it's going to be emotionally satisfying. You're going to get a stability within the income that you currently have. Merry Christmas to you, Jacqueline. Hey, Inga. Merry Christmas to everybody. So that money is going to stabilize, and the income that you have, or the sources that you have, are going to be sufficient. And that could be a lot of different things. It could be that the output of money, or the bills, or the things that you're paying could be lowered or could be lessened. It could be a bunch of different things. Now, again, we have the different opportunities. The opportunities are going to sort of settle down. If you have opportunities available now, those are sort of going to firm up. You're going to have different directions to choose from with that. So you have different directions to choose from with money. You have different sources of money that could be coming later in the year, but money looks like it's just going to sort of firm up. And about the mid the year, sort of the first quarter, second quarter, looks like it's going to firm up a bit and everything's going to be stabilized. So you're going to have the different choices. Some of the choices are not going to be the best choices for money. Some of the choices, some of the opportunities that you have about mid-year may not be the best ones. So you want to make sure and thoroughly research any choices that crop up mid-year, because at the end of the year, the choices are going to be much better. You're going to have better choices at the end of the year than you do at the beginning, at the middle of the year. So beware at the middle of the year. Make sure you do your research. If you see something that's too good to be true, it may be too good to be true. So sort of let that firm up. Let that sort of settle in, and make sure and do your research for any opportunities about mid-year. So you want to be sort of cautious, right? You have choices. Some may not be great, basically. Yes? All right. So 4 of Wands. Again, you're going to have some social support with money. You're going to have some different, maybe family support, maybe social support. In other words, people are going to come around that have opportunities. People are going to come around that have good news. Again, towards the end of the year. The end of the year has this communication, the Ace of Swords, this communication, and you also have the Sun, meaning a good opportunity. You have these opportunities coming around. Make sure that you watch for those at the end of the year, and that'll be something big for you, and that'll be something awesome, I think, at the end of the year. So it's going to settle down. Good news. Beware of any opportunities middle of the year, and just be sort of, hesitant as far as that. Make sure you do your research. Chipaku, hey, how's it going? I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. So, beware the middle of the year choices. You're going to meet some new people. The new people are going to have opportunities for you near the end of the year. End of the year is going to be much, much better than the sort of stability that you're going to have. But I don't see any just bad news. I don't see Tower. I don't see death. I don't see anything that would just, sort of make me go, whoa, So you got good news. You got a great card. You got interesting choices, but make sure you do your research on those choices. You're going to meet some people, going to have new opportunities, new communication, and as per the Sun, it's going to be good. I think it's going to work out well. 2020 is going to be a stable year. Be cautious, and then here comes the opportunities. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. And that would be the end of the stream. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. If you'd like some content on the channel, let me know. I'm always ready and willing to add some new content, and I appreciate everyone joining. I might as well just throw down my cards here. Here's my oracle, working on printing it, etc., etc. There we go. All right, so thank you for joining me. Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you either tonight or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. So see you then.